Hey, this is Mark Morick, a Tuxedo Mark at various places on the internet. It's 7:48 p.m. according to a computer clock on Wednesday, August 6, 2014. And today I saw Lucy. Okay. And I saw the trailers for the trailer for it a few times already, and so I was interested in seeing it. Plus, it stars Scarlett Johansson, so I'm a Black Widow fan. So yeah, so I went to see it, and how is it? It's pretty good. It's a bit of a different film. It's it makes you think. It makes you question life and how you're using your life. Basically, Scarlett plays Lucy, like a college student or something in Taiwan. Interesting. She met this guy at like a bar or something. They've been dating for a week. He has her deliver a package to some guys in a building. He basically gives her no choice. He handcuffs the briefcase to her. He says, yeah, just go in, give it to them, and get out. But the thing is that they pretty much kidnap her. The package, the case has drugs in it. And they cut open her stomach or her intestines or whatever and stuff the drugs in there. She's going to be a carrier for them. It's some new drug. And the thing is, she gets beaten up by this one guy, like kicked in the stomach or whatever, and the bags start leaking and the drugs go into her system. And while all of this is going on, there's like a parallel story where Morgan Freeman plays like a professor, and he's giving a lecture about the use of the brain and how humans use only 10% of the brain, and you know, theorizing about what would happen if we could use a larger percentage of our brain power and stuff like. It's pretty fascinating. I'm not sure how much of it is scientifically accurate, but anyway. So the drugs open up Lucy's mind. She's able to use a previously untapped part of her brain, and she keeps getting more and more powerful. She contacts the professor for help. She's got like telekinesis or and telepathy. It's really, she could do all of this stuff, and so they arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, she has the other carriers of the drugs arrested, and then the bad guys come to get them, and then the bad guys come and bust them out. Then the main bad guy comes and he sees Lucy and he's after her, and there's fighting and stuff. And meanwhile, she goes on this weird mental journey, transcending time, and she learns that the most important thing to do, which is what every person does, is to pass on the knowledge that they've learned. So she creates this ultimate computer or something and puts all of her knowledge onto this mystical thing that looks like a flash drive, and it's all sparkly and glittery and stuff. And then she transcends. I haven't seen Transcendence. It's the Johnny Depp movie that also co-stars Morgan Freeman, and it's about a guy whose consciousness is uploaded onto the internet or something. So, I'm not going to compare the two. I heard Transcendence was pretty bad, but Lucy's pretty good. And it's only like 90 minutes long. Started at 2:10, and when I got back out to my car, it was 4:06. So, about 26 minutes worth of trailers, maybe a bit less probably. And, yeah, it's really good. She doesn't die, she just transcends her current state of being, and then she texts this French police officer or captain that she'd been working with, and she texts him and says, "I am everywhere." And that just says it all. So she basically ascends to like godhood or something. Wow. It's a trippy movie, and makes you think. It makes you think like, wow, how are we using our lives? Are we just wasting time, or what? Or should we be exploring, like, the big ideas and stuff? She basically says, I don't remember the exact quote, but that ignorance causes the problems and knowledge only helps. So, yeah. Because Morgan Freeman's character was questioning whether mankind, with its lust for power and stuff like that, would be ready for all this information that she's going to give the human race. We don't see it being put to use, by the way, but still, it's there. It's theirs for the taking, and she says, knowledge can only help people. So that's a good message. And what else? Oh, the opening scene before Lucy actually goes in the building. There are some cutaways to animals and stuff. I think it's supposed to be like symbolic or something, even though the weird mental trippy stuff isn't supposed to be happening yet. Like when her boyfriend tells her what to do to go in the building with the briefcase, there's a cut to a mouse near a mouse trap. And that's the movie's way of telling you that it's a trap. And then there's other stuff. And then when Morgan Freeman's talking, there's a bunch of scenes of like animals, including animals humping, and I don't know if that was really necessary. At least someone in the audience giggled at that, or was like, oh jeez. But yeah, and every so often the screen would go black except for a percentage sign, like a percent. It would tell you what percent of her brain's capacity that Lucy has reached at that point. Okay. This movie is definitely, it's filmed very well. It looks gorgeous. Scarlett Johansson looks gorgeous. Wow. And but yeah, you definitely owe it to yourself to see this movie. You might not like it, but it's definitely a different experience. It's a unique experience that it's not too weird and navel gazing like Evangelion or anything like that, but it's understandable. It's just that it's a bit different in its storytelling approach. And just go and see it. Alright, I highly recommend Lucy. And share your thoughts in the comments section. And it's 7:57 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.